I thank you, Mr. Moderator, to give me opportunity to share our few inputs for Indonesian INFF. On behalf of Indonesian Civil Society, YAKKUM, on behalf of people with disability, and on behalf of civil society organization FfD mechanism. First, the CSO participation in INFFs is highly appreciated, yet furthermore inclusive process needs to be strengthened. INFF can potentially facilitate a structured dialogue with line ministries and non-state actors to develop financing landscape mapping for sustainable development. INFF can also be potentially useful not only for Indonesian government, but also for CSOs to understand the landscape of SDGs financing in countries. INFF needs to be disseminated more broadly, not only to development actors close to the government, but all range of development actors, including the diverse types of CSOs in countries that work on development, climate change, and humanitarian issues. Having said this, harmonization of any relevant regulations regarding public fundraising and philanthropic movement in countries needs to be done, so there should not be any conflicting instruments to promote public participation in mobilizing resources for financing development. For example, this is a significant challenge in my country, Indonesia. National law regarding fundraising public funds that greatly complicate philanthropic endeavors. In IFFF, innovation of green sukuk, the best practices of blended financing between an Islamic financing with Green Environment Fund International for Climate Finance offer some ideas to learn from. Furthermore, Your Excellency, we insist on the strengthening accountability, not putting bureaucracy to lock the potency of the collaboration. In Indonesia, we have a mechanism for channeling climate finance to civil society through the Indonesian Climate Change Trust Fund, the Indonesian Environment Fund, Development Fund with self-management. One lesson learned from civil society which accept Climate Change Trust Fund is there are very complicated administrative requirements that don't enhance accountability but divert access to financing. We find the accountability can be achieved with an administrative system that's so very simpler. The other important things about harmonizing the INFF with the tax agenda, the mobilized domestic financial resources through individual tax revenues require public confidence in the integrity of the state apparatus. In addition, the wealth tax agenda needs to be synergized with INFF so that tax justice is also beneficial for development program. The last point, the effective and inclusive monitoring and evaluation and learning mechanism need to be placed for INFF. The Excellency, so far the process of monitoring the implementation of human rights and UNCRPD has become a kind of model that can strengthen accountability and improve implementation at the national level with the involvement of the international community.
Thank you.
Thank you.